A common complaint of the Stanley parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Wir haben einen Eimer!
Can you
Ja!
feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair,
Einen
must already be
Eimer!
sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Gut, jetzt haben wir offiziell einen Eimer. Was können wir mit dem machen? Wir halten ihn jetzt wohl für immer in der Hand. Ob wir mit dem Eimer ins Infinite Hole
Does anyone
sollten?
give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Das ist egal, wir haben jetzt einen. Scheiß auch drauf, ob es irgendwas gibt oder nicht. Wir haben einen Eimer. Wupp, wupp. Da waren wir schon. So. Und den nehmen wir mit. Wir waren nur nicht in Office Decor. Ich möchte diesen Eimer für immer behalten.
All
Weil...
right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now? So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
2. Woo!
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
Naja, da können wir
Hold
wieder
on, let
36...
me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes.
36
Yes,
Sprünge.
this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Jetzt haben wir
Who am I
zwei
kidding,
Löcher.
Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game
Wir
at all.
Jump
It's a lot of
Cycle ins
gags.
Loch.
And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Also,
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look. This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee
Ändert sich jetzt
number
irgendwas?
427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Yay!
And then
Aber
one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
also, der Anfang ist gleich, bis auf das jetzt hier 3 Milliarden Luftballons existieren. Aber wo ist unser Eimer? Ich will unseren Eimer!
All of
Tschä!
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Wo ist
Stanley
unser
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Eimer?
had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace
Aber
of
hey,
his
wir haben wenigstens
co-workers.
diese Get Well Someday Eimer, Luftballons. Die Da ist unser Eimer! Ja!
Stanley
Ja!
picked up the bucket.
Wir haben einen Eimer! Wir haben ihn! Wuhu! Oh, kommen die nicht durch. Okay. Dafür ist der hier aus. Da stand immer Dingens drin.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Was meint ihr? Gehen wir jetzt nochmal durch oder versuchen wir nochmal alles anhand des Eimers zu wählen? Apathy, Ghosty, Sepp, was sagt ihr? Den Official Way oder gucken wir oder lassen wir uns neu treiben? Was noch nicht da ist. Wir gehen rechts. Okay, dann gehen wir rechts.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Der Eimer. Einfach unser Seelenverwandter. Ja.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Eimer, tut mir
Stanley
leid.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nein.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Der Eimer spricht zu mir. Ich muss den
In
Weg
here,
gehen.
said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Ich will aber... schaffe ich mich noch zu... Nein, ich will... Nein, ich will... Aber was ist... Nein, ich will in diesen Gang gehen. Ich muss dahin. Ich muss da rein.
Now pick up the phone,
Said the bucket.
pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Natürlich, Eimer. Wir machen das.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Wo ist mein Eimer? Wo ist mein Eimer? Das ist doch nur alles nur ein Traum. Bin ich doch event. Da ist mein Eimer. Hallo!
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Aus. Oh. Eimer!
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Eimer!
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Egal.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is this awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal. It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it. Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Ich glaube, wir hängen im Loop fest.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's
Du hast uns den
so
Eimer
much
gegeben.
more than just a regular bucket? Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Hallo Eimer!
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
Nein!
Give it to me
Nein!
now. Give it or I'll...
Ich machte... Geh zurück. Ich will, wo, ich, äh, also, ich, ich,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply... Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
möchte meinen Eimer behalten.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Nein, wir gehen nochmal rechts.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No,
Nein.
never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. A cargo lift, yeah, good,
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was fair to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually
das
don't know
ist
what
aber...
is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Is this a bucket?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Dann sage ich jetzt nein.
Incorrect. This is a bucket. Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Natürlich nicht.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket.
Ja,
To
ach,
be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one. Is this a bucket?
weiterhin. Nein.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Hä? Das ist ein Traktor.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Und dann sage ich, das ist keiner, weil wenn du das so sagst.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here, and I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence, and yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
Nein!
Okay, here we go.
Nein. Ich will meinen Eimer behalten. Nein.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go. Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped
It's
very
never the
much
end.
that
Wherever
it
is
was.
whenever is the end is never. Nein, the end is never the end. Yeah, wir haben. The end is never the end. Whenever is the. Ich krieg den Satz gerade nicht hin.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
The end is never the end. Never. The end is never the end. Is never the end. Jetzt haben wir's.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting
So,
room.
einen
But
Way haben wir
Stanley had
noch.
felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his
Okay,
left.
wir
to go
werden
back,
dieses
and
Game,
so the
glaube ich,
two of them
niemals
detoured
beenden,
through the
oder?
maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Kann das sein, dass wir dieses Game niemals beenden werden?
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember
Wo
all
ist die
those
Musik
great
hin?
jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Wo ist die Musik denn?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Nein.
I think it'll make a wonderful
Nein.
new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley
Nein.
Parable. True, it also was not in the
Nein.
original game, but it's such a well-fleshed out
Nein.
character with so much personality that to me
Lass
it
mich
already
hier raus.
feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Nein.
Can you
möchte-
guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
Nein, ich will hier
Go
weg.
ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket. And then
Nein.
pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Nein, 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 nein. Nein, 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 nein.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Nein.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
War er nicht. Er wollte meinen Eimer zerstören. Also nein. Wir sind soweit. Wir könnten langsam mal den offiziellen Weg gehen, oder?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Ja, unser Eimer. Unser Eimer.
Stanley
Und können
clutched
jetzt
the bucket
links gehen,
tightly to
weil
his
wir haben
chest
den rechten
and
Kram
entered
durch.
the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Ja, guck dir das mal hier an.
Oh,
Eimer.
Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends.
Was? Nee.
That your relationship is purely
Alter.
superficial and convenient. That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner. Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Also, du Mist mal von Besenkammer. Das ist mein Eimer. Was das? Reicht das?
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There.
Nice!
Now it's settled. No more debate,
Danke!
no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Ha! Was sagst du jetzt dazu, hä? Was sagst du
All right,
dazu?
I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Kriegen wir noch einen Sticker?
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.